about the thing that you do not understand about weight loss that is absolutely sabotaging you. And it starts with understanding the true role of exercise in nutrition and weight loss and what each of them does and does not do. 4 things that you want your exercise regimen to do for you if your primary goal is significant, sustainable weight loss. Number 1, does this exercise method help me to either build or maintain my muscle? Your metabolism, it's the total amount of calories that you burn all day. But the thing that you may not realize is that the amount of that comes from exercise is about this big. So if this is the whole thing, the amount that comes from exercise is this big. So the majority of your calories, your metabolism that are burned every single day are burned at rest. Right, while you're sitting here watching me on Scope. So this is a part of your weight loss regimen, to watch me on Scope. But seriously, and in order to get that number higher, the amount of calories that you burn at rest, which is the greatest percentage of your overall metabolism, or the calories you burn every single day, you need to, at the very least, keep the muscle that you have. In some cases, it's ideal to even build a little bit more. Now, you guys, I am not suggesting that you turn yourself into She-Ra or that you look like the female Incredible Hulk. It does not, you don't need all of that in order to get the metabolism benefits of muscle. All I'm suggesting is that you don't eat and exercise in a way that burns up your muscle instead of the fat that most of us are trying to burn when we're trying to lose weight. Number 2, you want it to create metabolic disturbance. All that means is that the way that you are exercising increases your heart rate, your respiratory or your breathing rate, and your body temperature to a point where your metabolism is considered disturbed, if you will. In other words, it is no longer at steady state. It's no longer at that baseline. So, in other words, you want to exercise hard. This is not what I used to do back in the day with my mom, where you put on garbage bags, or now we're fancy, a sauna suit, and go walk for 2 hours. That is not metabolic disturbance. I'm going to sweat, but it's not hard. Okay? So you want to exercise in a way that gets you breathless, that raises your body temperature, okay? In a way that raises your heart rate, so that you disturb that metabolism so that when the workout is over, here's the magic again. Here's that resting metabolism again. When the workout is over, your body is burning at a higher caloric rate, so your body's burning more calories, trying to get itself back to normal. Your body is like, what was that? She just brought the super hot fire, and now I'm just trying to cool it down. And from that, you are burning more calories while you're sitting still, right? All of us know the oversimplified model that in order to lose weight, we need to burn more than we consume. But that's oversimplified, and we don't really understand that doesn't just mean that you run and burn 1,000 calories and eat 500. That backfires. That is not what you do. Number 3, your exercise program should help you burn calories. Duh, right? We all know that. We all know, okay, yeah, exercise burn calories. I mean, we track it on our heart rate monitors. They have it on the machines in the gym. Don't get me started. No, those things are not accurate, okay? So they have it on the machines in the gym. We all know on some level that exercise should burn some calories to help us with our weight loss goal. Here's the problem with that, though, you guys. Burning calories is not the only thing that your exercise should do, and you do not want to pick exercise solely based on the amount of calories that it burns, because you may be tempted to ignore the first 2 things that exercise needs to do for you. People used to ask me, when I ran boot camps, how many calories do you think your boot camp burns? How many calories do you think we're burning in boot camp? And my answer was always, I have no idea. It doesn't matter. But what I do know is that you're burning more calories for the next day and a half because you showed up at boot camp, okay? So don't be tempted to go run for an hour because you know you can burn 800, 900 calories, but that's doing nothing for metabolic disturbance and that's doing nothing for muscle mass. Especially don't do that all the time. It will backfire. So the 4th and final thing, to have a positive, at best, or at worst, a neutral effect on your appetite and on your cravings. Which is why You don't just go run for hours and hours. You want your exercise regimen to have a neutral or a positive effect on your appetite and on your cravings. Here's what I mean. Most of us know that you can't out-train poor nutrition, right? We even have t-shirts that say it. But what a lot of us don't realize is that you absolutely can out-train good nutrition. What do I mean by that? Raise your hand if you're a runner or you know a runner. And I'm not picking on runners and distance runners. I just happen to know a lot of them, and we talk about this kind of stuff all the time. Who struggle, they struggle with their weight. So if it was just about burning more calories than you eat, that wouldn't be a problem. But how many runners do you know that like Skittles, Swedish Fish, M&Ms, cannot get enough of it? Because too much of that type of exercise will have a negative effect on your hunger and on your craving. So those were the 4 things that you need to absolutely understand about exercise and weight loss so that you can stop sabotaging yourself. So what does that all mean, right? What does that all mean? What am I saying if I had to sum it up in a sentence, right? Basically what I'm saying is stop picking your exercise solely based on how many calories you can burn.